Absolutely. And I am skipping ahead a little bit here, but I mean, I brought up this picture a moment ago of the Progress Tag Team Championship as it was then. And then going through the years, certainly 2018, we saw the downfall, didn't we, of FSU, the attack, the storyline, the build, the drama. It was a year-long build that the two of you had, all leading us to Hello Wembley. September 2018, and a match that's fondly remembered by wrestling fans all over the UK and further afield even today. But I mean, that build was something special, and I know that there's a special, I think, a 10-minute long video on Progress's YouTube channel, kind of documenting the partnership and then the downfall and the rivalry and the war that took place over that year leading up to Hello Wembley. And we just spoke about kind of the two of you and your rise as a tag team, but that kind of year-long storyline building up to Wembley was also very special, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's probably like as a body of work, my proudest body of work. Like the match at Wembley certainly isn't my favorite match that I've done. I don't think it would be Mark's favorite match either, but it's one of my favorite memories. Like for me and one of my closest friends to be like one of the feature attractions on the biggest independent show in England in I don't know how many years is really special. And the year that we spent building the match is I'm really proud of that body of work, because there's a lot of like trials and tribulations as a part of it. The turn obviously happened in the September, and we hadn't touched, but we'd interacted a lot up until sort of like that January, and in that January was when I tore my first pec. So then I was injured, but Progress were like committed to the story, so I'd still get to appear on shows in my sling, and we furthered the story in different ways. I ended up cutting a promo on him genuinely in the hospital as I woke up from surgery, which was a really cool one. Yeah, I just like the things that we did. We involved his band. I jumped his roadie on stage at one of his gigs. Um, it was pretty cool stuff. And for it to have taken a whole calendar year, and then the story kind of lasts a whole another year because I won a number one contendership by beating Mark in Wembley, and then a year later he rejoins me to help me beat Walter and David Starr to win the title that I got the contract from the
Yeah.
match with him. So it's like it's kind of a 2 year story up until I win the unified title, um, of us sort of like falling out and then coming back together,
Yeah.
albeit as nasty bad guys.
Yeah. A
So
phenomenal
yeah,
story.
I love that story for sure.
Absolutely, and just a few pictures, and I couldn't get over how huge. How I don't think I've ever seen ladders as big as that. To be honest with you, that's just absolutely crazy. But the match itself, truly phenomenal, and it's still available on Progress on Demand, I'm sure. And we had Ashley get in touch with us before we went live. Ashley Clements, how much did you hate the tables from Wembley in your TLC match against Mandrews? None of it looked easy, my friend. But
Yeah,
Ashley wants to know about the tables.
they didn't break. That's what Ashley's getting at there. It's a Matthew from Botchamania put together a hilarious video where the tables where he sort of like chronicled all of the tables not breaking. Yeah, it was a bit of a waking nightmare. You spend a year building to a match. The match itself just costs the promotion hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of pounds because of all the tables and the ladders that they have to bring in. And then you get out there, you're in front of thousands of people, and you start going through this thing, which as a performer, best case scenario, this is going to be pretty painful, but hopefully the audience is really going to enjoy it. And we're going to put together a beautiful piece of art, and then this furniture that you have involved in this storyline is not cooperating with you at all, and your head is bouncing off the wood instead of it going through it, and yeah, it just carried on going. And when I had Mark upside down on top of the ladder for what ended up being the last move of the match for the next up driver, and we've set the table up, I am thinking of myself in that moment, if this table doesn't break, I might kill him. Because if it, I mean, these things have been so unpredictable and they've not cooperated at all. Like they do have metal legs. Do you know what I mean? And if one
Yeah.
of those metal legs, and we are genuinely, I don't know, 10, 12 feet. My feet are, his feet are probably 18 foot in the air. So if a metal leg goes through his head as we land, this is going to be awful, you know. But the last one broke. We landed. Neither of us were seriously hurt. I think we both had plenty of scrapes and scratches and bumps and bruises, but we managed to get through it. So yeah, to answer Ashley's Clemence's question, how much do I hate the tables from Wembley? Yeah, I still have nightmares about them, mate. So cheers. Thank you very much for bringing that up. What a
Actually,
gentleman.
that's your fault for bringing that up. I'm going to blame Ashley all day long for that. But